Hi everyone, it is me, Plantain Charlene, and today's video is a continuation of plants that I don't always talk about in my YouTube videos, and I still want to share them with you. So I hope you enjoy. So in this video today, I'm going to show you 4 plants, and I did some filming of the plants before I'm doing this part of my video, and I realized that all of the plants are tree-like plants. You guys will see what I'm talking about once you see the video. But I want to say thank you for anyone and everyone who is returning or first time viewer of my videos, and I appreciate you all. My videos are mainly about the plants that I own already, plants that I've purchased recently, quote unquote unboxings, or anything to do with being a plant parent. So as I said already, I have 4 plants that I want to show you, and I want to basically, let's get into this video. Okay, so here is the other plant that I don't talk about much, which is my Yucca. I actually received both of these plants. It's 2 in 1 pot. And I received both plants free because I don't know how it ended up being that way, but I found them both pieces as pieces that were on the floor inside of, one was in Lowe's, one was in Home Depot, and I took them home and I put them in water. This was at separate dates, and they rooted really well, and I kind of want to let you guys see how, ouch, sorry, how big this plant really is. So like I said, I received both plants from pieces being on the floor inside, one Home Depot, one being Lowe's, probably like a month apart from each other, and took them home, rooted them in water, and then I planted them. They both rooted very quickly. I was a little surprised because one was badly damaged. It was on the floor. You can see it was clearly stepped on, but I told myself I would take the chance, and I'm happy I did, because look at it. It's doing really well. So yuccas are one of the plants that I feel that it's something about a sorry, as I was saying, the yucca plant can grow up to be a nice like tree style plant. The stumps of the, or the stems more like it, of the plant can be real nice and thick. I haven't gotten mine to that point yet. The stems aren't skinny, but I wanted to grow the way you normally would see it. I'm gonna try and find a picture to put in here, but I'm waiting to get to that point. I think that I would probably need to repot it in a bigger pot, because right now I think it's in maybe a 6-inch pot, and I've had it in that 6-inch pot for about 2 or so years, maybe 3, and in order for it to really grow into that type of tree style stem or trunk, I need to repot it. But I'm not in a rush right now. I think I wanted to get a little bit bigger. Maybe next year I'll do that and see where it goes. So there it is right there, my yucca plant that I got for free. So the next plant I am going to discuss is my Fiddle fig. As you can see here, the leaves are a nice size. No, this one is turning a little yellow. I've had this plant for about 4 years now. When I originally purchased it, which was from Home Depot, the stem had way more leaves here, and it actually had two stems. I lost one clearly, but I am not mad at the fact that the stem has no leaves in this section and it has more of that tree kind of look to it. Um, I kind of prefer that. Usually this plant will give me at least two leaves at a time. It's been a while since I've seen a leaf grow out of it, but I don't know. You guys tell me. Sometimes I get psyched out when I see something coming here thinking it's a stem. I'm sorry, a new leaf, and it's not. But overall, this plant, it stays in this area here. This is I've had at least three, and this is the only one that has survived over time. It took me a while to get it right. And the one thing about this plant that I have learned, you don't move it all over the place. Leave it where it is, and once it's happy, let it marinate. Let it marinate, because this plant will be pissed off with you should you move it from its happy place. So once you find a happy place for it, let it stay there and let it be. This plant gets watered, I'd say, well, basically if I see that or feel that the soil is dry, I will water it. But because it does get morning sun from this living room, I say I water it once every 2 weeks. It's in a pretty big pot. I don't think I mentioned that for the pot, this is the pot that it came in when I purchased it a few years back. I have repotted it in the same pot. I wanted it to get some new soil, because by the time the 3-4 years that had passed, you can see that the soil had pretty much nothing left in it that was nutrient based. So I did repot it. That's when it started to push out some more leaves for me. The old leaves fell off not long after I repotted it, but it was pushing out at least two every 2 months, maybe less. Since the spring summer came, I'm gonna say it's slowing down a lot. It's given me at least three of this plant and this plant. I keep saying plant. This leaf and this leaf are the most recent, obvious, and they came, I'm going to say, probably the end of May, and I haven't seen anything since. But that's fine. As long as it's still alive, I'm good. So that's my fiddle leaf fig. Let's turn it around. Alright, so here is another one of my plants that I don't talk about much, and that is my money tree. I own two of these. I will show you the other one in a second, but this one I am so happy because at one point this plant had gotten infected with spider mites, and they kept coming back. I kept treating it and treating it. I didn't want to give up on it. That was at least a year or so ago. Since I kept on it, and then I also repotted it there. Don't mind the broken pot. This plant, it took some time. It was only 2 stems left, and with about 6 to 9 months of being patient, this plant has taken off as far as how many new stems that I have here. You see this one is a new one. It looks like one is coming right there as well, and I am very happy because I wasn't sure what was going to happen with this plant, and I didn't want to give up on it. I'm inspecting this leaf because I didn't notice that it was yellow like this. But I'm going to be treating this plant also with a systemic chemical from Bonide, because I don't want this plant to be infected with anything that can kill it, such as those stinking spider mites. But I'm not sure if that Bonide systemic treatment is effective against spider mites. Here is the other. Now the thing about this one that attracted me to it is that thick, very thick stem or trunk. I'm not used to seeing a money tree with such a thick trunk like that, and this one was sitting inside of my terrarium and it was doing really well in there. And then one day when I was looking inside, I saw that a snail was crawling on it, and I told myself, Ernest, I'm gonna have to take a I was saying that I would have to go to Ernest and ask him to take this plant out for me. I repotted it in this silver pot that you see here, and it's doing fine. It's not doing as good as far as growth goes, as fast as it was inside the terrarium, but as long as it's still growing something, I'm happy. And I'm hoping that this one will grow as big as this one as soon as it's possible. But that trunk on the other is very impressive. So yeah, my money tree, I'm happy with you. Very, very, very happy. Last but not least, I'm having really bad lighting. It's semi-dark out because it looks like it's about to pour, and I can't seem to get lighting good in my apartment right now. So last but not least is my Dracaena. It's funny, I was just watching a video from Plantarina, and she had a curly Dracaena. I'm not sure of the exact name, and I said that one is really nice. Then I was like, is this one supposed to be like that? But let me show you guys. Okay, so here it is. Here is my Dracaena. This must be, I didn't realize I was doing that until after I got to this plant. I realized that most of the plants that I'm talking about have a tree-like style to them, which it's fine because it's still a plant. But here you see my Dracaena. Again, see that long stem, and it has a tree-like look to it. I'm going to turn this camera around so you guys can see this plant better. Okay, so here it is. Maybe I'll move it over to an area that gives better lighting. This plant has been with me for a while. I've had this plant for at least 6 years. I don't think I've ever put it in any video. If I have, it's long overdue that it should be put in another video. I've lost a lot of stems. I have been really bad with watering this one. As you can see here, that's an area of dried off leaves that I had to take off. I had it in a bad location, so you see the variegation with lighter green on the edges and darker green on the rest of the leaves. I had it in a I can't remember where it was, but it was only giving me dark green leaves. The variegation on it was not there, and I put it in a more sunlit section, and I started to get more of the variegation on the leaves. You see this leaf that's coming in is all brown on the edge. That's because I'm sucking at watering this plant. The soil to me always looks like it's moist because of the color, and I have to remember that the color is not what I'm supposed to focus on. I should be feeling out the soil to confirm if the plant needs to be watered. But overall, it's still with me, though it has lost a lot of leaves. I do like the way it looks. I'm feeling this long stem tree-like look, and I know it's not really the curly one, but it has a curly-ish look to it, and you know, like you gave it a roller set or something, and I'm happy with that. So that is my last one. There we go, my Dracaena. Okay, so that's it. That's all of the plants. I appreciate you. If you are watching this, I hope you have already joined my channel. If not, I hope you do so. No pressure. I hope you like, comment, subscribe. I said that already. But again, thank you for watching, and click that bell to know when another video is coming out. And enjoy the rest of your day. Please stay safe, everyone, and keep planting. Peace out.